Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Welcome to Blackout. I haven't played this in a while. I'm actually getting a demand to land on the yacht because I've never done so. So maybe I will. Maybe I'll land on Hijacked. Looks like we're making a beeline for it. Unfortunately, that probably means a bunch of other people will land on it too. There we go. I'm going to land on the yacht. We'll see how this goes. So I haven't played this in about 2 weeks. I know I'm going to be rusty as hell. And probably suck horribly. How do you get in? Okay then. That guy was a terrible shot.
Potential collapse detected. Relocation to indicated safe zone is advised.
Damn, so I can basically loot the whole fucking thing. Dude, a lot of people landed here. I knew it. A lot of people fucking landed here. Another ICR. Already got the fucking ICR. Trauma kit. So let's see what else we got to... Oh, it's this. The Rampart Tactical. It's got every attachment possible. Fucking sweet. Well, this could be pretty good. What scope does it have? A 2 times? Alright, I want the 3 times. Okay, good shit. Alright. Joseph Coney just did a 500-bit share and says that I am a legend. Well, thank you very much. Oh, shit. Level 3 armor, baby. So there's a lot of good stuff here. A lot of good shit on the boat. At 30 seconds till I have to start moving. I can't use a sniper scope on the Rampart. Okay.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
He got fucked. I know exactly what map this is. There's a multiplayer map for one of the Black Ops. I remember going through that side area in it. I got another trauma kit. Good shit, dude. Alright, just kick all this fucking ammo and get out of here. Good shit. Alright. Black Ops 2, yeah. And then wasn't this map also in Black Ops 3? Didn't they bring it back? Because I swear I remember this map. Alright, so I gotta get off this boat. How the fuck do I get off? Just jump over the side, I guess swim to shore. I guess so. Alright, well. First time ever going on the yacht. I ended up with level 3 armor and a decked out Rampart and fucking tons of health. This is pretty good. Now, where do I go? Panaris Chitty said, off to a good start. Like to see you land in hotspots more often for content and self-improvement. That was the first time ever I ever went on that yacht. I didn't even know what to expect. I cleared the whole yacht. That's just the bathrooms, right? Yeah, those are bathrooms. I'm gonna head up to these buildings here. No, I do not own any guns in real life. Absolutely not. I'm not a gun guy. I'm not a car guy. I'm not a gun guy. I'm very much... Oh, shit. I'm very much a gamer. I almost would have had that guy. If I were here like 2 seconds earlier, I might have been able to kill that guy when he was taking off. What sucks is he probably looted this whole fucking thing. He more than likely looted the whole area. Oh shit, the ABR? Oh man. Oh my god, dude. Awesome. Right? Fucking sweet. Now we're really in business. The Rampart and the ABR. Check this out, then I'll start heading inland. But I'm pretty sure he looted it. Yeah, he did, look. Alright, fuck this. Let's head inland. Gonna try to get near the center. Have I ever played FIFA? Yes. Have I ever shot a gun in real life? No.
Supply drop inbound.
Someone's getting sniped. Don't see anything. Someone's already here. Yeah, someone already looted him. Fuck. I don't want to go into the array. So I'm going to head this way and then start heading around the edge of the array.
Further collapse expected. Travel to indicated safe zone.
Have I ever left the United States? Yes, I've been to Canada before. Once. Oh, there's a lot of gunfire going on. This is why I wanted to go around the array. Grenade? What was it that I picked up? No, I don't have any grenades. No, Padaris, I've never been to a shooting range. Like I said, virtual guns in a video game, okay, but I'm not like a guy who's into, oh, I need to hold a real gun. It would be so cool if I could spray an automatic rifle. It's so cool, man. I have no desire to ever fucking handle a real gun or shoot a real gun. I just don't care. If I ever need to protect myself or my family, yes. Outside of that, I don't even think it's cool. I don't. I'm a peaceful guy at heart. What can I say? I've definitely mellowed out over the years.
Net call. Supply drop incoming.
Oh, I'm aware most people are known for self-protection, Alexander Rossi, and I'm certainly not saying there's any problem owning a gun. I completely 100% agree. Everyone should have a right to own a weapon. Now, of course, everyone could disagree on what kind of weapon, and we're not going to get into that, because that's a subject of mass disagreement, let's put it that way, but, I'm just saying, I know a lot of people that are like, oh man, I'm a gun guy, I love guns, I love to fucking talk about guns, collect guns, shoot guns. I'm not like that at all. What the fuck? What happened? What was I stuck in? I was stuck. I couldn't see. I don't know what that was. I want to see what that was. Let me see the kill cam. What was I stuck in? What the fuck was I stuck in? What the hell? I didn't even do that. So the game showed me walk backward up a step onto something. Like, I clipped through it. Because what happened was I was trying to aim for him, and I was stuck. I couldn't even move. I was like, why can't I move and aim properly? Apparently my character, like, clipped into that frame or whatever it was. And the thing was blocking my... That was weird. That was fucking weird, dude. I got completely stuck. Kind of hard to aim when, you're stuck in a fucking, you know, you're stuck back first into, like, a rack or whatever the fuck it was. Alright, so who has the top cheer tonight? It's actually Joseph Coney 88. Okay. I've never seen that. I didn't know that you could, like, step up and phase into shit. That's exactly how I phased into it, and I couldn't see anything. Alright. So thank you to Joseph for the top cheer of the night. Let's play again. That was a mess. That was a mess. What the hell? Bambino, Devil May Cry's combat is nothing like Kingdom Hearts. Nothing at all. Zero is like no similarity at all. There you go. Oh. Jack Spartacus says, all of my guns shoot paper a lot. What does that mean? Take him to the range a lot? Firing range. Poopster cheered. And he says, some of your older content is crazy. You really have mellowed out a lot over the years. Dude, that's like I told you. When I first started, I was a totally different person. When I was first making videos on YouTube, number one, I was in a much different place in my life. I was, like, overweight. I was angry at life, angry at my job. I hated, like, everything going on around me. So when I recorded stuff for YouTube, it was, like, a way for me to just, like vent rage. And just say really stupid, over-the-top shit that I knew was really dumb, but people loved it back then. It was, like, the more stupid you could be, the more crazy nonsense I could spout, the more people liked it, you know? 2019 is certainly not 2008 anymore, you know what I mean? 11 years, a lot has changed in the world of the internet. And I wouldn't be able to get away with a tenth of the stuff that I did back then if I tried to do that shit today. Pinar says, do I think my content will go through a crazy phase in the future when I go through my midlife crisis? Dude, you realize that, like, there's no way that I can go through a midlife crisis? Because, see, here's the thing. A midlife crisis happens when you're someone who basically had a life. A kind of life that you live. Then, as you got older and more mature... I hate it's so loud. Alright, shut up. When you get older and more mature, you did things like, oh, I got married. I had a family, a bunch of kids. So now I'm tied down in a job that I really don't like. And I'm tied down with a bunch of kids now. That's all my... I don't have free time anymore. Because all I do is spend time with my kids. You know what I mean? Like, that's the kind of people that have a midlife crisis. Because then they want to basically pretend like they're in their 20s again. So they go out and they buy an expensive car and they cruise around town and they basically shirk all their responsibility. That's not me at all. And in fact, you know, my lifestyle is so not like that. When you really think about it. You know what I mean? Like, my lifestyle is... the job that I do, I absolutely love. Right? And even though, admittedly, no, I can't do everything that I want to do. And financially, I'm fucking screwed. It's not like I'm in a situation where, oh my god, I hate everything I do, and I made all these horrible decisions in life, and now I just want to go back to being how things were. It's not like that. Look, there's a guy right there. Same fucking gun.
Collapse detected. Advise relocation to indicated safe zone.
This sucks. Well, I'm in the circle at least. But anyway, you know, those are the kind of people who have a midlife crisis. I don't think I'm ever going to be in that situation. I wonder if this guy's going to come in here or what. Wow, through the window. I knew he was gonna have to come to me. There was no way I was gonna kill him with that shitty ass shotgun and no good weapons, so. But that's what I mean, like, are there things, does this suck that financially I'm in such a bad situation? Yes, it does, absolutely. But outside of that, I love my job. I love, you know, I'm with a girl who I love. I live with her for a year now. We've had a great life together. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of good things in my life. I wouldn't have a midlife crisis because there's nothing to really to get out of except trying to get out of the goddamn debt I'm in. That's about it, so. Alright, so anyway, Rusty Shackleford 2 has subscribed to the channel. Thank you, Rusty Shackleford 2, for the sub. Morgan tipped me $1, says, there's lots more where this came from, son. Ace tipped me $1, says, I tried to end the demo 10 minutes into it. I confirm my suspicion. It's Destiny with Dark Void. Very generic and boring unless you like to loot. I prefer to play Diablo 3, which is a much better game in my opinion. Well, Morgan tipped first. So thank you, Morgan, for the $1 tip. That gets us up to $63 a tip. Actually, $64. I apologize because we just had $2 tips. So thanks to both Morgan and Ace for the tips, but Morgan gets up there because he was the first person to tip $1. Yeah, the more I hear about Anthem, the less I want to play it, so that's not a good sign. Poops are distributed, said, right, Phil, you may have made mistakes, but you own them and you haven't shirked any responsibilities. And that's the thing, like, people who have a midlife crisis, like I said, they really want to go back to their era. Oh, when I was in my 20s, I could do whatever I wanted. I didn't have to worry about my kids or my wife or anything. That's not how my life is. Like, I'm doing what I love. You know what I mean? Like, I love gaming. I love having interactions with you guys every day. I love this. So it doesn't bother me that I have to work a lot. You know what I mean? Sure, would I like more time with Kat? Would I like more time to myself? Absolutely. But it doesn't bother me that I have to be here so much because I love what I do. So why would I have a midlife crisis? You know? Bidar is serious, so I see what you're saying. You're always on the streaming grind to make ends meet. You're always hungry in a way. You don't have time to get bored and restless. Right. And the other thing is, people get tired with their jobs and their lives because, man, every day I got to wake up and take my kids to school. Every day I got to wake up and go to that same fucking job and do the same thing. I don't have that. Like, every day I wake up, I get to play a different game. Every day we do different stuff. Tonight I'm doing Black Ops 4. Blackout. Tomorrow I'm doing multiplayer. Two completely different things, right? Playing Smash. Playing Minecraft. Playing Kingdom Hearts. Dark Soul. It's so different. And gaming is such a diverse world right now. Such a diverse thing that it's hard for me to get bored with it. You know what I mean?
Flying mission deployment path.
Yeah, and it's funny because Poopster just said, I'm jealous you get to do what you love. Probably like 1 in 100 people get to do that. And the thing is, unlike a lot of people, I never planned for it. This was something 100% fell in my lap. It was never something that I ever intended on doing. I never planned on it. I never, worked toward it. It was just, man, I had an office job that I had intended I was going to work for probably for the rest of my damn life. And this just happened to be a hobby that I started that took off and ended up being there at a time when it was able to be done as a job, I was in one of the lucky groups, the lucky few, right time, right place, and the right person for it, because I'm a hard-ass worker, and I worked my butt off doing it for years and years and years, to the point where now, even if I change, I have to go to Twitch, I have to go to YouTube, I have to go to another site, I have to do this, do that. It seems like I could still survive, because I have a fan base that loves what I do, and they want to follow me and support me no matter where I go,
Detected. Relocation to indicated safe zone is advised.
It's pretty damn crazy when you think about, I've been doing this for 11 years now, and basically for 3 of those years it was a hobby, and, then I started doing it for a living in 2011, and when you really think about doing this, I have 3 fucking sites. When you think about doing this, that I have outlasted so many people who had every intention that this is what they wanted to do, and they tried to do it, and for whatever reason they just couldn't do it, couldn't make it happen. I've outlasted companies, giant corporations and companies that I've worked with and partnered with over the years don't exist anymore, and I do. I mean, that's just insane. That's absolutely insane. Oh, look, I got a sniper rifle. Right? Isn't the Paladin a sniper? There's someone right near me here. Alright, ICR, I want that. Or this should be MX piece of shit. Ezun Cowboy to me $2 says, where are you playing Resident Evil to get the infinite rocket launcher? I'm not, but I will be playing it, as I said on the pre-stream. There is a extra survivors, or like the 3 lone survivors DLC that's coming out in a couple weeks. I will eventually be playing that. I don't know exactly when, because it's going to be the same day as new releases. But I will eventually be playing that, but I'm probably not going to go try to get a new rocket launcher and shit. I don't care about that.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
What the fuck's going on down there? I want to go this way. To these other houses over here. Let's see here. Ultra City did 100-bit cheers. Says, do you feel as though you aren't growing enough as a content producer? Feel as focusing on Twitch so regularly will harm you? No, because the thing is, I used to be one kind of content producer. Alright, I did. I was the YouTuber. And the quintessential YouTuber is someone who just strives to make YouTube videos that are for a digestible amount, a certain kind of content, and then I completely changed who I am. I'm so different now than the person that I used to be when I used to be only doing stuff for YouTube. And I'm okay with that. Like, you may think, oh, it's hurting you because you're only doing the same thing, but it's the thing, like a Twitch content producer has to focus on doing things a certain way and having interactivity with their audience and doing fun interactive events and things like that. And that's what I've been doing, you know what I mean? I just found level 2 armor, which is very sweet. No, I don't think that streaming so much and being a streamer like this hurts me at all. I think it makes me a different kind of content creator, and I'm going to continue. I've been doing this for 2 years now, where I've been doing the the interaction-focused kind of content creator. And even though it's funny, because you may look at YouTube and say, man, your YouTube kind of fell off, you know, it's not very popular anymore. And you're absolutely right, I'll agree there. But that's because of many reasons. Number one, it's because a lot more people now check me out on stream. Number two, it's because YouTube has fallen apart and it's become a toxic piece of shit that a lot of people don't want to deal with anymore. Number three, my videos are much longer. So you say, oh, you have many less views. You're right, but that's because I'm uploading like 1/5 of the amount of videos I used to. So of course my views are way down. You know what I mean? All these things go hand in hand. And like I said, at one point I was all in for being a YouTuber. And then when I saw what was happening on YouTube, revenue was falling apart, the website was toxic as shit.
Supply drop incoming.
I knew I had to make a change. And so no, I don't feel that being like an all-in YouTube guy, or excuse me, all-in Twitch guy, not caring about YouTube is hurting me at all. I think in the long run it's actually going to help me. It's actually building up, in my opinion, actually a more dedicated fan base than maybe I even had before. Because before it was kind of like people were a little bit fickle. If I weren't playing a certain kind of game, right? They didn't care. They wanted to always see the same kind of game and shit. Now, it's a lot different. Where now I can play different kinds of games. People will still come out and support me, which is awesome. Alright, where am I going to go here? This way. I got a bunch of contributions, but I can't really read them right now. I need to basically try to go somewhere where I'll be safe. There's someone in there. That's where those guys were fighting before. Fuck. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna keep going, not east. I'm gonna go south. I'm gonna keep going south past this shit. I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna run by it. See what I can find past it here. Let's see here. Thank you to Gil for a $5 tip. You were the top tipper, but someone actually beat you already. I'll tell you in a second who that was. Pinar said, I just realized that if you ever have to change platforms that you stream on, you still have job security because your job security is your fan base, not where you stream. You're right. It's not like, oh, I could be, oh my god, if something ever goes wrong between me and Twitch, which I hope it doesn't. I like being on Twitch. I do think Twitch is the best place to stream. I really believe that. But if anything ever went wrong, I could try somewhere else, you know? And I may still be alright. You're absolutely right. Let's see. Eternal Napalm did 100-bit cheers. Back when you were in Street Fighter 2 tournaments and became the best Street Fighter 2 player in America, why do people try to disparage that achievement? You can't win if you don't compete. A couple reasons. Number one, people just didn't like me. They saw me as the upstart asshole, the outspoken person. I was always very anti-establishment. I did not like the organizers of many of the major tournaments in the country that were West Coast based because I felt that they were unfair and they favoritistically treated players. In particular, the organizers of EVO I had a lot of issues with over the years and continuously called them out for things that I felt that they did wrong. They didn't like that. I was a very, very big shit talker. And I will admit that. Like, I was a really, really fucking big shit talker to the point where, like, people hated me just because they knew I talked so much shit on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, they hated my guts because I would not keep my mouth shut. And I can understand that. To some extent, I can totally understand why that would be a case, why someone would dislike me. I don't know who slayed me. I don't even care. You know, I had a big fucking mouth. I did. And it got me into trouble because of the things I said and did back then. And I understand that, you know. It was, you know, I went to the West Coast talking a lot of shit about Marvel 2, thinking I was going to do Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I was going to do well. I enter the tournament, and what do I do well in? Super Turbo. Of all the games that I do well in, it's the game that I thought, I played that game as, like, a side game. I would go to tournaments to play Marvel vs. Capcom 2, okay? Because that was the game I loved, I thought I was going to be really good at. And then, fucking Super Turbo is the game that I almost win. You know what I mean? Like, it's insane. So, I think what it was they basically they didn't see me coming. I came out of nowhere as a good player that year. I was one of the few people who focused in and actually learned the version of the game, while a lot of people just completely ignored it and didn't want to play that version of the game. Oh, I can unlock weapon camos with these paint cans? It's something new. I was picking up paint cans thinking they were like grenades. They're paint cans to unlock weapon camos, it says. Okay. I didn't even know that. Equip the Molotov. Okay. But, you know, in reality, what it is a lot of top players that year really disagreed with EVO's. EVO chose that year, for the very first year, that they wanted to do an all-console tournament. And everyone who had been playing Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo up to that point always... What the fuck? Since when is there a washboard in the tub? They actually changed some stuff. They must have patched the game. But anyway, up to that point, Super Turbo had always been played in an arcade cabinet, even through all the years... What the shit? Even through all the years that all the other games that got on console, Super Turbo had always been on arcade cabinet. And admittedly, I wanted it on arcade cabinet that year. I wanted to play the real version, the arcade version. And EVO said, no, we refuse. This year, we're doing everything on console. So either adapt to the PS1 version or don't bother coming because, you know, that's what we're playing. And a lot of top players that year kind of were turned off by that and said, that's a bad attitude to have. We're the grassroots. We're the people who kept you popular all these years. And it's kind of messed up that you're abandoning us to do whatever you want or whatever. So I wasn't happy with the decision, but I said, whatever. And I learned the version. I practiced on that version of the game. And learned the major difference, because the game had a lot of big differences between that version and the arcade version. I felt Vega was much better. I thought Old Sagat was much worse on that version. I thought Chun-Li also was kind of better in that version. So anyway, you know, I practiced on it, learned the ins and outs, and ended up almost winning the whole damn thing. I beat a ton of top players that year at EVO. I mean, I'm talking like a gauntlet. They purposely put me, because they knew I was a big shit talker. They purposely put me in a gauntlet of West Coast top players, and I beat all of them back to back. It was a gauntlet. I just win, 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 win. And everyone's mouths dropped. They were like, how the fuck is this kid, you know, this shit-talking kid winning? And that's why they didn't want to accept it, you know? This shit talker, this upstart. How could he? How could he have actually beaten all of our pro players and done so fucking well? This is so ridiculous and unacceptable, and you know what I mean? I think I'm just gonna hide in here. Oh wait, never mind. Oh fuck. Well, I gotta run now. So, ever since then, they always wanted to discredit me and act like I was no good. What's funny is I continuously still did well at tournaments and placed, regardless of what version. Whether it was the arcade version, it was whatever the hot console version of Super Turbo was that year. For 3 straight years, I was either winning or placing in every tournament I entered. So, even though they all talk shit about me and tried to discredit my really high placing at EVO, they can't, because there were years of consistent tournament level placings that you can't discredit, you know? In reality, a lot of those people would, to this day, would probably say, yeah, Phil was good back then. But, you know, other group of people, you got to realize, there's people who hate me on the internet, so they'll just pretend like the shit never happened, you know? They'll just, like, completely try to pretend like none of that happened. Oh, that's such a lie. That, you know, they'll try to make every excuse in the book to say that I was bad at everything I've ever done. So, I see a lot of tips coming in. I apologize, guys, because I haven't responded to any of them because they're all scrolling off the screen. Dope soap, I have no idea. I have no idea. I'm not going to talk about that because, like I said, focusing on that negative stuff certainly is not going to help anything.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
So I'm just not going to focus on it. I'm going to play my game and not care about that shit, alright? This sucks. I'm going to get sniped any second. So I have two shitty weapons. Like, the sniper rifle's good, but I'm top 16 in a small area that's the construction site, which is a bad area to be in for the end of the game. And I have nowhere to hide, so this is bad. Couldn't do anything. I couldn't do anything. My gun was no good. There was no way I was going to be able to shoot that guy from that distance because I couldn't get a shot with the sniper rifle, so absolutely nothing I could do. I wouldn't have been able to kill the guy. Alright, so now let's update everything. Holy crap. Alright, so we've got a troll who's trying to get me to say something and get me in trouble on Twitch. He's banned. What the fuck? So loud. I leveled up so fucking loud when you level up. Let's see here. So, let's see. Gil. Excuse me. Gil took me $5. Thank you, Gil, for the $5 tip. Poopster did 50-bit cheers. Says, Phil, I actually think that Twitch tremendously helped your growth, if anything. Just in the last year, for instance, your streams have become so much more positive, in my opinion. I agree. And you'll see more regulars now show up. More people are spreading the word. People every day come by and be like, wow, I heard about Phil. I want to check him out. It's very different. It used to be on YouTube. It was kind of like either you were a fan of mine or not. Like, there was no opportunity for newcomers to come in. It was getting stagnant. Here, it's like the opposite, which is really cool. Well, Plunger Lips tipped me $10. Thank you very much, Plunger Lips. The tipped me $1. He says, let's see here. Oh, that's just a troll. This guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. He's shooting, oh yeah, you're a great content creator who lost access to AdSense, Blip TV, and Machinima. So let's see. Lost access to AdSense, except that I'm using AdSense now on the same account that I was supposedly banned from years ago. And I have no problems with any AdSense. I'm in good standing. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Blip TV's out of business. Machinima's out of business. So there you go. Wow, really valid stuff you're saying. Gil just tipped me $11. Thank you, Gil. I think Gil wanted to really be the top tipper tonight. Let's get Gil up on the leaderboard here for being the top tipper. Gil, it was 6293. In fact, I believe Gil was also the top tipper earlier. So thank you very much, Gil. Your support is much appreciated today. So we have to add. Oh crap! Let's see, $1. Thank you, Plizat, for a $1 tip as well. So that's 21, 22, 23, plus 5. So 20. We have to add 28 to 64. So 92. Thank you guys so far for the support tonight. Much appreciated. All right, so thank you very much. Let's get back out there. Alexander Rossi asks, was I ever friends with Alex Valle? No, I was not. Had a couple interactions with him over the years, but never anything more than just a few minutes. I respect the guy for being a really well-known, number one, really great player overall. Obviously one of the best in the country ever at Super Turbo. And other games, but it was really Super Turbo where he was the game that made him popular, and of course he was good at other stuff after that. And for, you know, currently being a tournament organizer and all of that, you know, well respected. But outside of that, I don't know much about the guy. Never really spent much time about him. I think I only had like a couple interactions with him over the years, barely anything worth mentioning. It's like I said, like when I was into Street Fighter heavily, there was a big East Coast West Coast thing where like if you were from the East Coast, you were all supported by all the East Coast players, but and then the West Coast would hate your guts or vice versa. It was so weird, this East Coast West Coast rivalry that used to exist. It was kind of like, I hate to say it, like the East Coast West Coast rivalry in rap. Remember there were East Coast rappers hated West Coast rappers and vice versa? It was kind of the same thing. It made no sense, but that's just how it was.
destroy.
Opening bay doors. Exit when ready. Hurricane 2-3 following mission deployment path.
All right. Fly Beast just subscribed for the 27th month in a row. Thank you very much, Fly Beast. Timbo Slice just cheered. He says, I see you feel the same about Frozen World and Kingdom Hearts 3. I think it was a boring world in the game. I thought it was put into it being big in recent years. Oh, absolutely. Number one, they wanted more Disney princesses in the game for basically girls to play the game. And number two, it's the most popular Disney movie of the past few years. I mean, there's nothing interesting about that world. It's a good movie, don't get me wrong. But that's not for, like, a fucking RPG action-based video game. What the fuck were they going to put in there? You know? They made you go up the mountain, you go down the mountain. You go up the mountain, you go down the mountain. You go up the mountain, you go down the mountain. You fight a fucking snowman. Wow, that was really great.
Potential
what do we got? A fucking handgun with 100 attachments? Now that's stupid. Okay. At least I got the Spitfire with shit on it. Head towards the circle. WJR is actually saying that Amazon, Best Buy, and Target Online have like 1 month passes for Microsoft Game Pass, so that way I could just do it 1 month and not have to worry about canceling. What he's talking about is coming up this month is Crackdown 3, and I want to play it, but if I get Microsoft Game Pass, I can get it for $10 and just play the game and then just not renew Game Pass versus otherwise I got to pay $60 for the whole game. So I think I'm going to get Game Pass to do it that way. So thank you for that tip. A useful tip. Appreciate that. The Titan. Only good for close range. Level 2 armor. Very nice. I would love a backpack if I could find one in here. Nothing in there. Not a hell of a lot to be found. I found a backpack.
Circle collapse imminent. Get to safety.
What the fuck? Oh, the automatics. I almost had a brain fart not knowing what that gun was. No, I agree. The Frozen world was boring, man. Both Frozen and Tangled, shitty. Like, here's the thing. You might wonder, oh, how could Aladdin or Lion King or other ones like that fit in? Well, truth of the matter is, even though you don't think they would fit in, they actually fit in pretty decently if you do them right. Like, for example, I liked how when you did Aladdin, you actually fight Jafar and shit, right? Like, that's cool. So my question is, why is it in Kingdom Hearts you don't fight any of the Disney villains? Like, there's Disney villains in it, but you don't fight any of them. Instead, you just end up fighting, like, generic enemies controlled by the Heartless or whatever, or you fight Heartless themselves. It's pretty lame. Like, in Kingdom Hearts 1, you're fighting fucking Ursula, you're fighting Jafar, you're fighting all these bosses that are really sweet, and then in Kingdom Hearts 3, you're just fighting, like, generic, crappy bosses. They're, like, really, like, El Generico-style boss. I'm like, man, they really didn't think very well here when they designed this stuff, right? And then they could have done a lot better in regards to the boss design. Alright, then I just got this and then the house over there. Alright. What would my rap name be Philly Blunt. I already told you guys. Big Philly Blunt. Like, seriously, Kingdom Hearts 1, one of the coolest things is being able to fight these cool versions of, like, the Disney villains as bosses in a fucking video game. You're like, wow, this is really neat. Now it's all very generic enemies in Kingdom Hearts 3. I don't know why they're like that. Like, today the boss I fought in Frozen had nothing to do with Frozen. It was like a fucking wolf with only its front legs. And it was, like, running around, spewing shit. It didn't make any sense. Like, what the fuck is this?
Supply drop incoming.
The other thing is they took They took all the Final Fantasy stuff out of Kingdom Hearts now. It's all gone. And a lot of people liked the Final Fantasy characters and references. It's all gone. They just completely removed it. Almost for no reason. I don't know if they don't have the licensing or whatever, but it's really dumb that that's missing when that used to be a staple part of the series. Right, except the Moogle. The Moogle's in it. Just the Moogle is at the shop. Everything else was removed. Alright, I'm just gonna keep going. I want to get across the water to the desert. See, some people in the stream chat are like, well, the Final Fantasy stuff sucked. And other people are like, nah, it was cool. I liked having, even though I didn't necessarily love the portrayal of the characters, I at least like having it in there. You know, Kingdom Hearts felt like the ultimate mashup of your favorite franchise. Disney shit with fucking Final Fantasy, with original characters. It really felt like something special. This just kind of feels like, oh, after 13 years, people just keep asking for it. So to get them to shut the fuck up, we're just going to basically make a version where it's like all the most latest movies, combined with a couple classics, really not innovate at all. Make the combat way too dumbed down easy so that a child could beat it easily. See what I mean? Like,
Travel to indicated safe zone.
It doesn't feel like very good to me. I thought Kingdom Hearts 3 would be much better. I think I actually liked 1 and 2 better than 3. 3 is just turning out to be kind of a disappointment for me. And it's funny because Gary Shiegel says it's a child's game. I would agree with you, except it's not. Because Kingdom Hearts 3 is 3. The third in a trilogy. The first game came out, what, 15 plus years ago? So you can't be a child and play this game. What, did you play the first game as a fucking embryo? You see what I mean? Unless this is the first game in the series that you're playing, in which case you'll know nothing. This really was a game made for the longtime fans, not for children. So that's a cop-out saying it's a children's game. It's not. It's a game for longtime fans of the franchise. I think ultimately what they did is they lost their way because they were thinking, we're going to make this the Disney game where all the girls are going to want to play it because Frozen is in it. Right? Or, oh, you know, Tangled and Frozen. Tell your little sister to buy Kingdom Hearts 3 and she can play the game and actually have this, like, cool interaction, you know, with the characters from relive the movies interactively. Instead of focusing on making it a good RPG. That's kind of how I feel. Well, someone's in there. Or was in there.
Sit rep. Circle collapse imminent.
Watch the spoilers. What spoilers? Well, the only thing I'm telling you is that basically you don't fight big Disney villains, which is very disappointing. Now, I'm not done with the game, but so far I fought 0 Disney villains in the game. That's fucking stupid. That's not a spoiler. That's something you want to know if you're going to buy the game. So you're not disappointed. It's not like I'm telling you critical plot points. Trust me, I wish I could tell you critical plot points, but I don't understand what the fuck's going on in that game. Nobody does. Well, I'm pretty fucked. I got good armor and almost no healing and shitty weapons. So I'm pretty fucked here. Let's see. Golden Blusco just cheered. He says, Kingdom Hearts 3 is like the new Star Wars films. It looks nice, but no real soul and passion. I kind of agree with you. It feels like a soulless game. Like, what is Kingdom Hearts? Oh, well, Kingdom Hearts is when you combine RPG elements with Disney. Okay, but then if you actually play Kingdom Hearts, wow, it's a robust combat system that evolved over the course of the series. And it's got this good, you know, way to integrate the characters. So it's like, wow, you're really feeling like you're living in that vibrant Disney world. You interact with the characters. You become a part of their stories. In some cases, it's like a postscript to what happened in the movies. In some cases, it's an original plot. It's like unique and interesting. You'll fight the villains. And this one's like, they didn't do any of that. They're just like, as long as it's just the game combined with an RPG, you're done. They was like, we're done. You know? And I think they could have done a lot better. Especially if you took them 13 fucking years to make the game or whatever. You know what I mean? 13 years that this is what they put out. I think I'm very disappointed so far. Like, I was expecting a lot more from the game. And I'm pretty disappointed now that I'm almost done with it. Oh, let's see here.
Travel to indicated safe zone.
I'm fucked, guys. So, Timbo Slice, oh, excuse me, Gil to me another $8 said, this is to get you to $100 for today. Thank you very much, Gil, for the $8 tip. You tipped me a lot today, so thank you, Gil. Timbo Slice says, sadly, the more I play Kingdom Hearts 2, the more I feel like it was nothing more than fan service. People will stop talking. And they never really had plans to do it. It's the same battles. It's getting old, and I'm only 5 worlds in. By the way, there's not that many worlds. Should mention that, too. Like, you say, oh, I'm only 5 worlds in. Dude, you're almost done. I think the game has, like, 6, 7 worlds. It's not that much. Like, it's pretty short of a game. Although, most people say, well, it's as long as the other ones. Yeah, but, again, waiting this long, you would expect better. You wouldn't expect it to be the same length as the other ones. You would expect you want more. Especially when you look at games recently, right? So, God of War redesigns itself from the ground up. Becomes an amazing game from what it once was, you know? Red Dead 2, way more advanced and way more long than Red Dead 1. Persona 5, holy shit. That game improved upon the previous ones and was long and everything. Kingdom Hearts 3, same length as the last ones and not even as good combat. It's like, huh? If anything, the one thing I think Kingdom Hearts is really good at is the graphics. I really do like the graphics of the game. Outside of that, I don't think it really does much. This sucks. I'm gonna get sniped. I gotta try to get inside a building or something. One of these outskirt buildings. Still got the fucking Spitfire. Oh my god, the Bowie knife. I'm gonna be an asshole. I'm gonna try to kill people with the Bowie knife. Because the Spitfire's shit anyway. Oh, wow. Flybeast tipped me $50. Holy crap. Thank you very much, Flybeast, man. I appreciate that. There's someone here. So anyway, thank you, Flybeast, for the $50 tip. That's amazing. We're up to $150 in tips now. I gotta remember.
Further collapse expected. Travel to indicated safe zone.
Humanoma just did a 200-bit cheer. Says, if you drive a piece of shit, don't beep the horn. Okay, then. Don't know what that means, but okay. Fair enough, I guess. Cloud Live just sent me $1. Says, loving your Red Dead 2 playthrough. Part 40 is blocked due to copyright. As is the majority of the Guarma segment. Could you please look into that for me? Probably not. If it's blocked due to copyright, there's nothing I can do about it. It may be just in your region. I know a lot of times things get banned only in certain regions. I don't know where you live. I didn't receive any notice about that. I never got notice that anything in Red Dead 2 was blocked on YouTube. So that's news to me. But I'm also not surprised. Use my awareness perk? Oh, I didn't even realize I picked it up. I'm only going to move when I have to. Fuck, I hit my trigger by accident. I didn't mean to do that. Yes, I'm aware this is a terrible long-range weapon. I know that.
Net call. Supply drop incoming.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that. Did you guys, did anyone who was watching my Red Dead playthrough notice if the whole Guarma segment's blocked? Okay. It's one way to do it, I guess. That was stupid. So the guy just saw me and immediately chucked a grenade, and it just happened to be a cluster grenade that lands on me, and there's no way to get away from it, so I got fucked. Yeah. Sucks. It is blocked. Someone says they live in Massachusetts, and it is blocked. I don't know, man. And I didn't even get notice. I never even got a notice about that. I never even got a notice that it was blocked. I can't imagine why. It's probably for music, more than likely. Probably some song that they used during those segments got blocked or something on YouTube, because YouTube's a piece of fucking shit. So, not surprised. Alright.